Hi everyone, and welcome to our new series where we interview speakers from the upcoming Astrological Association conference, which will happen between 28th of August and the 1st of September. Today we have the phenomenal Jessica Adams. Hi Jessica, how are you?
Hello, Christina. How are you?
I'm good. Now, Jessica is known as the astrologer who predicted COVID, and this is a title given to her by the Daily Mail, and it's a really honorable one. How do you feel about this title, Jessica?
Well, you do your job as an astrologer, don't you? So your job is to warn. So in 2019, I warned. That's it. It's like being a weather forecaster.
Yeah, yeah. That's great. And you've contributed to so many publications from The Observer to Washington Post, Vogue, Esquire, Cosmopolitan. It's just marvelous. And yeah, thank you once again for agreeing to do this interview. Now, you mentioned on your website that you launched your first website called Rising Signs in 1994. But I'd like to know how your fascination with astrology began in the first place.
Well, there was a program called Cat Weasel on the Magic Zodiac I think it was London Weekend Television when I was a child in the 1970s. So Cat Weasel was a time traveling warlock who was looking for the 13th sign. So when I was about 8 years old, that was when it began, and I've been doomed ever since.
Oh, perfect. So there was some sort of synchronicity in your life which led you through this astrological journey. Right. And you also host the Astrology Show podcast, which ranked number
Yes.
3 in Britain and Switzerland last week.
Yes,
That's
it's we go out all over the world, and my producer Shane is here in Australia, but we try and translate both our accents for people in Switzerland. And actually, I think Bulgaria was number 1 last week. So there are places where I can't even speak language, where they obviously love astrology so much that they're prepared to put up with my terrible my terrible accent.
Yeah, it is true that Bulgarians are quite interested in astrology at the moment. Wow, that's amazing. I didn't know you were number 1 there. So can you tell us more about your upcoming talk at the conference? What can people expect to learn from it?
So what I'm looking at is the sun and the moon in indigenous astrology, Aboriginal Australian astrology. This is the oldest surviving culture on earth in terms of the art that goes on. So we're talking tens of thousands of years of study of the sun and the moon, why it still works, Aboriginal rules still work. Eclipses are always best avoided. Why? How does that work? And also the fact that they took the moon so seriously that they had moon tattoos on their bodies, the women in particular. Why is it that this ancient culture believes the same things about the sun and the moon roughly that other cultures do? What was going on there? Was it morphic resonance? And what can you do with the sun and the moon today in your chart? Even if you think you know it backwards, what can you take away from Aboriginal ideas about the sun and the moon to help your own life, help your own astrological rhythms?
Wow, this sounds really, really interesting. So for those who are listening, if you want to listen to Jessica's talk and have a personal chat with her, I invite you to our conference. We still have early bird discount until 31st of May, but you're more than welcome to join us. Well, thank you so much, Jessica, and I'll see you at the conference.
Thanks, Christina. Bye-bye.
Bye.